Testing one, two. Hey, what up, everybody? So, what I'm going to do today is just go over a concept called referencing that we talk about a lot in the Modding Zaibatsu Discord. So, when we say, hey, you just need to reference it, like this is, I'm going to try to explain and show you what we mean. Uh, because it happens all the time. People got this question all the time. Hopefully, this video will help you understand what that is. So, usually when we are talking about referencing, we're saying there's you're using an asset or a mesh that's already in the game, and you just want to use, like, say, I don't know, the materials again, right? You're like, okay, cool. So do I have to rebuild the materials? You know what I'm saying? All that? No, you don't have to do that. You can just reference it. And let me show you how that works. So let me grab one of my models I got here. Like, let's see, let's grab something simple. All right, we got Chubby Miari, right? Let's open her up. Let's put her on screen. All right, here we got Chubby Miari. Okay, so this is actually a really good example. Okay, so in this mod, we got this chunky girl here, right? But we've got these skins, right? And these got color on them because, we emulate them and we made them, right? But I don't include these in my actual mod. So when I hover over here, it says this location, right? It says game, character, item, shared, female body materials, MICH, blah, 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 right? So what this is saying is that when the game loads this mesh, it's going to look for this material at this path. Now, if I go ahead and open up Fmodel, I can navigate to that path and find this material. So let's look. So we go here. So to this one, right? So I'm looking for character item shared, right? Now, game folder and content are pretty much the same thing. So there's no game folder in your project. It's called content. But when you look at here, it says game because that's the way the game loads it. But I'll digress. So we got game, character, and my memory is horrible. So item, all right, got that opened. Shared, let's close these. Go down to shared, female body materials, right? And now we got these female body materials, right? So that's what that one is. That's what that one is. So the game is gonna go here, right? It's gonna go look at this location and be like, oh look, there's a material. Let me load that. So because it's already in the game, I don't have to actually make it. Now I made it, and we made it because it looks better in the editor. But that's it. That's the only reason. So this right here, right? This outfit, this is the camisole top, right? Here we go. Right here, camisole, right? So if you look at it, right? I just grabbed this from the game, right? This is the game's thing. I just stretched it so it fits her body, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't want to make it again, so I didn't. So if I go to this little thing here, it should open it up. Maybe the screen's too big. Okay, but it takes me to the location, right? In my project. So I went and made the location to it, right? And if I go into Fmodel, because I didn't know where it was at first, I could look in here. Let's look at search real quick. Look at like camisole or something. All right, so these are T's or texture files. I need to find the MI for it. I don't know where it's at. Oh, actually, let's not do that right now. Let's go and just. Here's how I found it, right? Because I didn't know where it was at first. So I'll go through the process real quick. So I was like, okay, I'll go through the full version. So here's the full version. I went into UI. I went to replace texture. Then I went all the way down to this custom item. And then I just picked the chick. And I was like, okay, I need an item, right? And I think, okay, here it is. This is the item, right? Camisole. So I clicked on it and I was like, okay, that's exactly what I want. So then I just grabbed this, right? And I was like, where the fuck do I find this shit? Now I know where to find it based on this setup. So, but you can search for it as well. But so I'm looking for a BDU, which is an upper body item for the females on a camisole. If it's got this little F here, that usually means that it's a generic uh, item, like a common shared item. So let's go take a look. So we're gonna go to content, back again. We go back into character. Let's go to item, right? And I'm gonna be like, okay, not shared item, but we're gonna go to model and then common item, and then I'm gonna go to female, and then we go to upper. And now I'm like, all right, now I gotta find this camisole. Oh, there it goes. Open that up. Check it out. I got textures, I got meshes, I got materials. I'm going to materials. Now I can't use these. I just need the location, right? So this location, I got to recreate this in my folder, which is what I did, right? So we've got content, character, item, model, common, female, upper, CM, and BDEP, whatever. You can read it, right? And that's exactly what I got here. Then I created a material, and my material ain't got shit in it. Look, boom, material, nothing. That's it, right? That is it. That's all it is. I got work alarms going on. I gotta go to work. That's it. It's simple. Nothing. There's nothing to it. But I need it so that I can load it to this mesh. Where is you? Where you at, Chubby? All right. So I need it so I can load it to here. I did the same thing with the pants, except for the pants. I think all I did was load. I use an emulated one just because I wanted to see what it looks like. And look, you can see the only thing I have on here is that. Right? That's it. That's all it is. It's not a full fleshed out. I used a preset, but I'm not including it in my actual mod, right? So when I go and take a look at my mod, this is what I have for my mod setup, right? I've got the priority, I got the chunk ID. I say label assets in my directory. But if you look at my directory, that's it. This is all I have. This is it. This is my BI, my CI, my SK, right? And we can get into the references of that stuff in a second, but that's it. I don't have any materials in here. No skin materials, no pants materials, no shirt materials, none of that, because I'm referencing it. I don't need it. Look, we got shoes. I ain't got no shoe materials either, right? We just got chubby feet stuck in these shoes, right? That's it. So when we say reference, that's all we're trying to get people to do is say, create the asset in your project. Make sure it's named the same way as it is in the game. If you don't know that, you can use Fmodel to find out what it's called. It needs to be exactly this. If this is a capital C, it won't work. If one of these folders is missing, it won't work. If this says BDU instead of upper, the game won't know where to go. You're giving it directions, it's got to find a thing. And that's all it is. Same thing works for textures and pretty much every asset in the game. Okay, so if you want to just reference something that you do now, if you need to actually change it, that's going to cause some other situations, right? So like I've got this CI right here, right? This CI is blank. It ain't got nothing in it, right? This is just a blank CI. But if I wanted to use like the CI for this top or something, you know what I'm saying? Now, because the CI is for an upper and a lower, like I won't be able to use both of the CIs. I have to make a custom CI for one of that. But if I was like, I just want to make the upper part colorable, then let me do that. You know what? Let me try that out. So, you know what I'm saying? Just instead of just talking about it, let's do it. So, let's see. So the way I have this set up, right? I got 6003. I use these collections because they just make things so much easier for me. But in my collection, I got this IP, and here we go. Here's what I'm calling for. I'm calling for this BCI, the CI, and this BI. And don't worry about this. This is my custom stuff. I should make it available at some point, but whatever. But I'm gonna change the CI, right? That's what I'm gonna do. So I will need to find the CI. So let's go ahead and find it real quick, because I don't know what it's called. I mean, I'm pretty sure I know what it's called, but I don't want to guess. Because if I guess wrong, then I'm just wasting time. So I'm going to go here to this character item folder, whatever. We're going to go to customize items so I can look at these assets. I'm going to look up my girl, Miari here, WKZ. We're going to look up BDU, and that's not going to work. So I need to look up the common one. CF0 is the common stuff. BDU. Let's find that camisole top, right? And all I need is a name. So I'm going to grab this, copy this. Boop. Alright, now I'm going to go, I always build my stuff in the same place, and then if I got to move it, I'll move it. So we're going to go in here, I'm going to create me a customized item, right? Ain't got nothing in it, that's it. That's all it is. And I want to make sure I put that in the right location. So I'm also going to make sure I include it in my mod. So this is why I like this. I just drop this in the 6003. So if I look at 6003, I'm now including these assets in my my stuff automatically. And if you want to make that, it's just a local collection and you just create it. Let's see. Let me go back here. Where'd I go? All right. And just to highlight, so you see I made this asset collection. You just create one. Pick what you got. If you're not filling it out, make sure it's deleted. All right, I digress. All right, so let's put this camisole where it belongs. So we go in here. We say, where does it belong? Stretch. It belongs in customize item CFO BDU. Right. So let's make sure I have that because I don't think I do. Look, I don't even have a customized item folder. I don't think. Nope. So we're gonna go ahead and make it new folder. Customize item. I think that's how it's set up. That's how it's written. Customize item. Yep. All right, I'm going here. Get a new folder. CF0. And I think that's it. Oh no, we're gonna make a BDU. Folder BDU. All right. So now I'm going to go grab that 6003. We're going to go ahead and grab this CI. Well, before I do that, oh no, that's fine. I can do it whenever. We're going to go ahead and grab this CI and put it where it belongs. Not there. Gotta open it up. Put it where it belongs. Bam. All right. Cool. Now, right now, the game is still going to be looking for this empty CI. So I need to make sure that check out that IP that I'm working with. Hit save. Let's go to this IP right here. And I need to make sure that this is this. So I'm going to click on this and I'm going to click on this. And now I updated it. Cool. Alright, so still, my mod is only a few things right now, right? That's it. Most of it is reference. So I've got this custom mesh with all of my referenced assets, my reference material instances on here. I got my BI because I'm using a custom mesh. I need to make sure it's loading that. I got the CI. This is no longer going to be used. I could delete this if I want to. In fact, let's go ahead and delete it just to make sure I'm not, you know what I mean, confusing nobody. Oh wait, what happened here? How did this get stuck in there? How do I move that out of there? What? How did that happen? How in the F did that happen? I moved it somehow? Alright, I'm gonna have to fix that because it's gonna mess up my other stuff. That's wild. But whatever. But I think that's it. That's it. I should be able to go ahead and do this. So we're gonna go ahead and package this stuff up. And I do gotta figure out how this happened. Because I do not want this in here. Can I just move it to that one? Oh, that's where it moved to. Does it still exist out here? That is so weird. That is so weird. I'm gonna have to look that up because I never had that situation. I mean, it might be cool where I can like layer up my collections and whatnot, but at the same point, like I need to be able to move it back. Yeah, man. Look, now I got all this. It's gonna make this one big, huge mod. I don't want that. Oh, I don't want to delete it either. Now, if I delete these, I don't. They don't delete. The assets won't delete, right? But these little collections will. And I mean, they're not hard to reset up again. But like when you got a bunch of stuff in here, like look, this is my Julia custom one. I do not want to do that all over again. I mean, I guess like I could sort of. Let's try this. Let's see if this works. Just because I don't want to lose this one. Oh wait, I can't do it until the stuff is done. Never mind. I'll pause. But yeah, so that's the whole goal of referencing, right? The whole thing is like you don't have to actually include your stuff again. You just have the stuff, you know what I'm saying, mentioned. Now, you can do this kind of thing with other people's mods and whatnot, but until you really understand modding, I would definitely suggest that you don't even try. Um, Build your own mods so you understand how mods work, and then you can mess with other people's stuff. But like swapping and all that good stuff, it's kind of crazy. Now this is gonna take a decent minute because I got a lot in here because I can't stop building stuff. So my bad, but you know it is what it is. I'm working on this right now. Boom. But I'm having an issue with the building a custom CI for it. It only want to give me like 6 colors, and then I'm talking about confusing, man. Look at this. In the meantime, in case you get into this stuff, like this is what actually shows up in the game, right? The garter gets colored, the button, the top, the bottom, the shirt. But it's supposed to color all of this. Like I'm supposed to get the shoes, the stockings. That's really all the only part. And then this part needs to get done, colored. But it don't want to cooperate. So I do some research. I'm like, okay, cool. Also, it's all backwards, right? These are the colors in the game, right? Slot one, the garter. Slot two, the button, whatever. But when I actually look at it in my setup, it's backwards. But not even regular backwards, like top, bottom, shirt, right? But then the button is up top here. Like what? These numbers don't match. What you doing, game? So then I was like, let me look at the actual slot setup, which is even crazier. There's only 3 slots, 4 materials, a bunch of don't colors. I'm like, man. So I'm trying to figure out like the logic of this whole thing so that we can have like a definitive way to understand what we need to do when this happens, because we can't change it directly per se. And this happens more so with like the items with lower slots, but it does happen occasionally with some of the bigger stuff as well. All right, come on. Oh, there we go. It's done. Let's take a look at it and let's see if this reference that I'm talking about is all right. Let's go to my launch. Now I could manually load this, but why? I use my man's this mod manager, dude. I love this thing. This thing is so nice. So I just go to my packs folder. I'm like, okay, what was that mod? That was what, 6003? All right, we got 6003. I think I already have it loaded. There it is. And then just update it. Oh, before I do that, I like to make sure this is off. Bye. And I'll update it. All right, there it is. Nice. Then I just load the game. All right, come on, Tekken start. All right, while Tekken is starting real quick, I'm gonna go ahead and wake up my kid. All right, let's go. Let's see what it is. Let's see how it bees like. I wonder if people want this. I was just testing this out for shape keys, and I made chubby version. It's great. I like her eyelashes. I wonder if there's any way to like give her eyelashes to other people. That'd be kind of wild. You might be able to. All right, let's see where you at, chubbies. There you go. Now I don't know if this is gonna work for sure, but you know I'm gonna try it out. We'll see what happens. But I know all the referencing works. Let's see. I don't know if it's gonna be colorable. Huh? No, I mean, mainly because you know. Do I not have a picture? I don't have a picture for it. I don't have it set up. No, it's not working. All right. Well, the other stuff works because you can see. Look, I got colors and everything. Oh, and I still gotta make her. Her chest is still too big. This is still a work in progress. Okay. Because I want her thick, but I think she's just ridiculously thick right now, and I think that's too much. But damn. Okay. All right. So you know, I got work to do in the morning, but I'm gonna figure out what didn't happen. Cause I'm wondering if I didn't actually load it the right way. All right. Let's just double check here. So we got this. All right. And we got this camisole, and that's in that location. And we got this, and that's there. So that's good. So what? Oh, see? All right. So here's the thing. Here's exactly what I did wrong, right? This is exactly what I did wrong. So I included this, right? And because I included this, the game loaded it, right? It said, "Oh, okay, cool. We're going to replace this item right here in the game with your custom item that you put right there in the game." Right? It's going to do exactly what I told it to, which is exactly what I shouldn't do. So I'm going to oh shit. Did I delete it? I deleted it completely. Let me see it. Control Z. Will it bring it back? Control Z. Bring it back. Nope. I got to remake it. Fuck. All right. I got a little bit ahead of myself. I needed to remove it from this section, not delete it. You know what I mean? So we're going to save all. Hold up. Will this give me the pathway? No. All right. So I need to remake this. So let's go back and get the name of it. Now I name all my mods with a number in it so that way whenever I come into here, I can just grab all the pack chunks and I'm just looking at the game assets and not the any of my mod stuff. Let's see, come item. Yeah, that was I guess that's a good lesson to learn. You know what I mean? Be like, do not include it in the actual. I went to the wrong place again. CF0. Let's see, camisole. I don't know why some of these are like this, but whatever. All right, copy. Now let's go back to here. All right, so while I'm in here, I need to make sure I create that. There we go. Now I'm gonna save everything, and I need to go back to here, right? And I need to make sure that camisole is loaded, like so. But I also need to make sure that that is not in my mod. So everything in this section is getting put into my mod, right? So that's right. So I need, and then everything in here. So I'm gonna need this BI, this SK, but I do not want that CI in there, right? So we should be good now. So unfortunately, I gotta cook it again. So that's the part that sucks about this process is like it takes a while. Now if you don't have anything in your project, this takes like 3 minutes maybe to cook. And I'm gonna try to find a way to migrate. I have like a backup folder where I migrate a bunch of stuff to whenever I'm not using it anymore. All right, chubby girl. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's all I have right now. Damn, this was like it's gonna be a 20-minute video. Now it's gonna be like 30 minutes. Shit, I gotta learn how to cut this stuff up on YouTube to be honest, cause I don't know. Like I have an idea, but it looks like it takes forever, and I'm like, why? Why does it take forever? Who knows? All right, I guess in the meantime, let's check out the Discord, see what's going on. Not my Discord. My Discord is a hot mess. Anyone to join my Discord, like whatever. Always, who got something to say? See attachment. Ah, shit. All right, look, I do not know how to fix this stuff. Like, I don't know what all this is. Building with two processes. Look, I want to be like, I don't know. Modern. Because I am not a genius. I'll tell you that now. With all that stuff. Now, I can figure out a lot of stuff with the game. Just not everything. What we got? Characters. What do they want? Applied only reads the model. Well, that's because you got a reference. This person could use this guide right here. You know what I'm saying? They could be like, oh, let me reference this shit. Because look, if you look at here, here's all the materials, right? Boom, body skin, hand skin, armor, all that good stuff. They got to find that in the game where it's located. What is this? SK28 body? Go look for it real quick. Let's go package search. SK28. Is it? Or am I just blind? Maybe I'm blind. What does it say? Oh, S28. Let's try it. S28. There we go. Nice. So you can go ahead and find her body. Look at that body right here. Where you at, body? There it is. There's her body. These are all her materials. Check out her materials right here. Probably most of them. Cool. You can just create this folder. I mean, you can't take this directly. Like, you got to make these materials. You know what I'm saying? By just hitting, like, create a material. And then name it. Make sure it's in this folder. Then load it to your girl in the editor. Right? And then make sure you don't include those in your mod. And then your shit will be colored. And you'll be good to go. Now this one, I think they're having a little bit of different issue. Because I think, like, they hit me up and I'm like, yo. Because I gave them some advice. They say, yo, this shit, I never use this. I never use this ever once. I will always suggest people never to use this. Now, you can use it if you want to. I ain't gonna stop you. But you never should be. This is pointless. Don't do this. Um, you'd be better off making it yourself. But I ain't your daddy. All right, so let's go ahead and close this for a second. And now let's see if I fix the problem, right? So we're gonna go back to 6003. Here, I'm gonna update it. Boom. Still good. Let's go. And there's somebody out there that's putting out like little videos on some of the mods I make, some of the other mods I've seen. I appreciate that. Dude, how does it do that? There we go. My graphics and settings are pretty low right now. Just because I can't stream and run multiple monitors. Bunch of other stuff in the background. Alright, let's see. Did I fix it or not? But I think the biggest point of the matter was the fact that like when you can see that I didn't put shit on her in the actual editor. But when you load her, she got purple outfit and everything. Oh look, there we go. It looked like it worked. Alright, so let's do this. So turn this off for a second. Man, I forgot about that outfit. Alright, so that's default, right? Here we go. Look at that. Now, as for the pants and stuff, what is this? Oh, this is... Oh, her straps. Okay, cool. Alright, nice. Now, as for her pants, that is not included because I'm doing a... Oh no, her butt's sticking out. What? I gotta fix that. Or maybe it's supposed to stick out. I don't know. But yeah. So all I did was I pulled on it. So like if you're using an asset and you just want to like reuse part of it, like that's what I did right here with this example. But that's referencing, right? So that's how to reference. Oh, that's what referencing looks like, I guess, in a nutshell. So yeah, feel free to hit me up if you got any more questions, and if I can answer you, I will. And if you guys annoy the shit out of me in the fucking Modding Zaibatsu Discord, then I'll try to make another video to explain how to answer a question so I don't have to answer it a billion times. I'll still answer it either way. That means I have to go to work, so adios for now.